A recent study that was done by the DHCC, showed that almost 50% of all patients in the UAE prefer an alternative system of medicine and a complementary system of medicine like homeopathy, and that 55% of them actually benefited from it. We have 5 clinics, including one in Abu Dhabi, which we just opened recently. So according to World Health Organization, homeopathy today is the second largest system of medicine in the world. It's estimated by 2023 to be about 31,000 million US dollars all over the world, with a CRG of almost 15%. Last 5 years, it's been growing around 25% back to back all over the world. France is the largest market in the world for homeopathy, and the largest sector in that sense is really Europe. So France, followed by Germany, followed by UK, and then of course India are the largest markets. Africa and the Middle East are the fastest growing markets because they started late. Interestingly enough, I think people have already started diagnosing themselves thanks to the internet. So with the internet, with all the doctors that are available on the internet, not real doctors but virtual doctors, and also well-meaning people who keep forwarding messages on WhatsApp. A lot of them are not even, authentic or right medically. I think that's already happening, but people still continue going to doctors. So I think that going to doctors and going to medical professionals is never going to end. So first, about the clinic and clinic model, it already is in this region. We started this really as an experiment earlier because we believe that homeopathy should actually get integrated into modern medicine as well and into conventional medicine. The idea is that I believe personally that the integrated model is really something which is the future of the world as far as medicine is concerned, because it will allow the consumer to make a choice. So you could then decide what is good for you, because no system of medicine is complete. So it's not that one system of medicine has got all the answers. So there are some answers, for some problems which work better with allopathy. There are some which work better with homeopathy. So you keep looking at, and therefore I think the consumer should have the right of choice. Homeopathy can also be used for super specialization, which is a dream that I have. And we started, living that dream for the last few years. So to give you some examples, we are part of a large dental clinic over here, which deals with orthodontic treatment in children. And we find that, because their teeth are not aligned and some of them are mouth breathers, so a lot of them suffer from low immunity. So you tied up with a large dental clinic where we have a Dr Batra's clinic and clinic model. And so children who come with low immunity, we treat them while they still do the surgical treatments for their teeth. So that's an example I'm giving you. Like this in Bahrain, we are part of a very large hospital, a multi-speciality hospital, and Dr Batra's is a separate brand over there. So if people choose to take homeopathy, they can then come to us. Similarly, we've recently tied up with a very large bariatric clinic in India, and when patients undergo bariatric surgery, a lot of them suffer from anxiety and depression. So we treat that through homeopathy. There's also a lot of comorbid, obesity which comes in, and problems which come in because of obesity. And we find things like gout, kidneys problems, high blood pressure in such patients. And we treat them again through homeopathy. Globally, there is a lot of super specialization today. I even joke and say that, now you don't only have, ear, nose and throat ENT specialists, but sometimes you're going to have a separate doctor for the left nostril and a separate one for the right one. Because super specialization is good, it's very intensive, but the problem is that then it doesn't give you a choice of therapies. So it's also very insular, it's very narrowed down. So I think, so it's not the question of super specialization, super specialization is already there and it's doing well all over the world. But do people then get a choice of an alternative treatment? No. And that's what we plan to do in the next few years. We hope that with super specialization, you can still go to a doctor who's very super specialized and who will therefore be able to identify your problems and give you solutions for it within medical domain and knowledge, whatever there is. But in case there's a need for a complementary and alternative medicine also to supplement it, it's going to be very good for the consumer. Experienced doctors, for sure, they all qualified, but they're really one should be able to attract the best talent from all over the world. And I think that's an opportunity that is still waiting to happen. The second thing, of course, is a lot of clinical trials, lots of research-based medicine, including in homeopathy, which also needs to happen. Because then the trust of the consumer and the results of being sure that I'm going to get well when I go for this particular therapy to this particular center is also, I think, very important. And also to create a research atmosphere and to encourage research, in this region, to make sure that then the results are more predictable as compared to what they are now.